What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Hope y'all can hear me fine. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Hey, Queen. Hold on. Let me go get this earpiece. Get this shit pop. So, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody coming in and coming in with a good attitude after having a good New Year's and being able to witness that the world has fully changed. But we're going to get right to what we really need to talk about. And this may not be for everybody on here, so y'all might get lost. This is a internal live that I'm doing that has a lot to do with some things that have been going on in and outside of the scenes. So I'm quite sure that people going to have fun with this and be able to take it. But, you get to a point in your life that you can't be, you can't satisfy everybody. And no matter what you do, for some people, they always kind of twist it and make it into a bad situation. And then you outgrow certain things when people get caught up and evidently in realms of areas that they not used to, they kind of get lost. And I think a lot of people on this YouTube, Team Truth, the fight in the very beginning of the Team Truth has got lost, has got so sucked into this cesspool of foolishness that they forgot what they stand for and who they are as queens and as kings. So we're going to address it from the start. This is a live that I'm going to do a lot of questions, and I'm going to clear up a lot of things that may not make sense to everybody that's tuning in. But if you DM me or ask a question, I'll try to answer. I'm going to keep the questions down so I can go by them. But the first thing I'm going to address is a Zoom that was provided by about 4, 5, maybe 5 women that happened. And I'm going to bring this up because, one thing about me, as long as I've been on YouTube, not YouTube, IG, and fighting this fight publicly. One thing I don't have to do is lie to y'all. For one, I really don't have the energy. I really have no reason. And everything I did from out the kindness of my heart, or because of the cause that it was, or because it was a move on the board that I had to play to achieve something when my daughter was in a different situation than being home with her family. So, and even then, I did everything accordingly that my peoples knew about. So, I just had a strange conversation with, I'm not sure if the young lady used to calling people up and all she do is yell and scream and talk, don't listen. And that's Blade. We're gonna call it like it is. We're not even gonna play no game tonight. Blade. For one, anytime you meet a woman that don't do nothing but yell, scream, over talk, can't listen, don't hear nothing, can be listening to you but don't hear nothing you saying, I'm just gonna give y'all a small recap of it. First of all, she called me lying. First of all, saying what I said in there, and that's gonna be addressed next in a Zoom that I don't even do Zooms. It was my first, or maybe the first Zoom I ever been in with this group of women, right? That had questions. Why they got me in the Zoom? Because they asked me, they said, we have questions that we need you to answer for us. That was it. That was all. That's the only reason I agreed to go to the Zoom. I said, at the time I was talking to L on the phone, and I told my guy Zoom to go. He was like, nah, yo, I wouldn't do the Zoom. I do what I feel like I want to get into because I'm open-minded. I feel like I'm a real open-minded individual that can take things in, correct things, and straighten things. So let's get past that. So them women asked me in the Zoom what they had questions. So that's what it was about. So then I get a phone call today. We're going to go back to that, but I'm going to give you with the phone call. So the phone call, she called me yelling, saying what I said in the Zoom. What I said in the Zoom, right? Not a question that was asked and I repeated the question and answered it, but something I said. One, I didn't call the Zoom. Two, that was about the second or third Zoom they set up that I was supposed to be in that I didn't do because I don't do Zooms. As I was getting in the Zoom, the first thing I asked people is, who is in the Zoom? Because I don't like this playing these knick-knack games, recording the same thing that I told L from the time he first did a goddamn Zoom. Yo, don't do them Zooms. They too messy. You've been on YouTube for 2-3 hours. Why you starting a Zoom? Some shit he wanted to do. He did it. I never entered these Zooms. I maybe entered them maybe 3 times out of the whole 2 years or something like that with him. That's it. I don't like it. It's too many people, and everybody gotta get off course in this fight and get lost. And some people like so much fucking drama. Hold y'all questions for right now. Just let me finish this. So many people like so much drama that they are caught up in the fucking the drama part of it and the fuck shit of all this fugazi shit that they forget the actual cause of Team Truth on YouTube, and then the formal Team Truth that was built for as the business. And I'm gonna clear all this shit up tonight. I'm gonna get rid of all this once and for all, and I'm done with all this shit. So if they want to come in, they can come in. I heard they was advised not to come in. That's on them. But I'm gonna call them out how they are and how the things that made me look at them totally different. So we back to this Sam with calling me. So she called me. So the first thing she wanted to do, I don't know who she thinks she talking to, one of them YouTubers that she called and try to be who the loudest and all that. Ain't nothing woman about that. So I don't care to try to put nobody down or none of this. But the conversation get back and forward, right back and forth. And then she wouldn't listen to nothing. So she kept saying, well, what she did. I said, listen, I wasn't in YouTube, but I do know, and if Butter in here, Butter, when I heard that Butter and Butter was getting ready to get into a physical altercation, and I know both of them live in New York because I'm a frequent individual in New York, all through New York. So therefore, I reached out to Butter. When Butter called me back, I told Butter, let that shit go. Butter was furious over whatever. I didn't even get into why, where, or when. What I did know is all of us started on the right cause. It's nothing I haven't done that put anybody in danger. Ever could say I'll let somebody do some stupid shit. I don't like seeing women fussing and fighting. That's not my thing. I don't get into women ass shit. And everybody, before this live over, y'all gonna see the women that I do talk to, that I don't play no games with letting any of them talk about L any type of way in front of me. I straighten them, and they got a right to feel how they feel. But I don't agree with none of it because I don't know what took them to that point where they don't like them or they don't get along with them. So I have nothing to do with it. But we're going to clear this up because evidently Larry has it in his ear or his head thinking that I can be, my buttons can be pushed by any motherfucking body. I've never in my life been no fuck. I never in my life been a flunky or a motherfucking some yes man to shit. Always been on boss status since 13 years old. Born a leader from birth. So when he tell me this is what really fucks with me because I don't know what type of guy he thought I turned into. Because I'm the same guy I was when he met me in 2017, the end of 2017 going to 18. And we're going to get to that date. That's a real important date too. So we're gonna circle back to that too. So let me explain something to y'all. So we on the conversation, she on there, she going off, this and that. I tried to say that I got into something I didn't have to get into with her and Butter to stop a fight. Do you know she stopped in the middle of the conversation and said, "Oh, you said you're going to pull up at my house and fight me." Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people on this goddamn channel? And you think why I separate Team Truth from Team Truth business? Do you really understand why I needed to separate that? I didn't have to ask Larry to do it. I gave Larry the courtesy because he was full blown out invested in Team Truth online. But let me explain something to you. When I make a decision, it's a rational decision that I make for business purpose. The same way last night when Sean was on Whitney D channel, shouts out to Whitney D and shouts out to Sean, that I got in there and told Sean, if you wanted to get on there and finish what you wanted to say towards that woman, say that again. If you wanted to say that again, say that again to me. Say that again to me in text. I ain't see it. So, and you wanted to, and made me forget where I was at with it. But anyway, let me get it because I got off track. I'm sorry. With Larry and all this back and forward mess, and with Sam running her mouth saying this, I would never go at no woman for anything talking about I'm gonna do this, but this is the games they play. Now the woman sitting on the phone trying to convince me, and I have everybody that was in there, everybody that was in the Zoom, that said that I said that Larry was fucking up Team Truth LLC. That was a question that was asked to me by one of the young ladies in there, by two of the young ladies in there that wanted to know the difference between one and the other and why I separated them. That was it. That was all. So where the fuck did Sam get off trying to convince me that I said Larry was fucking up Team Truth, this and that? I would have told Larry to his goddamn face first. And I don't know what kind of fucking image Larry giving y'all in them private Zoom, them private fucking chats, but Larry is welcome to come in here, not on my motherfucking live, but in these fucking things and ask any question or tell me if I'm lying, and then we can get on the thing. As a matter of fact, he can get on here because I don't have to lie about a goddamn thing. And y'all want the truth with it, you can tell him come on into my live. But I'm not worried about who talking shit about my daughter. My daughter is living her goddamn life. That's what y'all gotta understand. I'm not fighting nobody on here to this talk. They can say what the fuck they want. Let them talk. My daughter is fine. And guess what? If you seen her, they got something to talk about. They need to talk about it because it only show how fucked up their life is. She good. I would talk about her too if I had no life and I'm miserable and I come from shit. That's all I do is sit on here as old motherfuckers and talk about young girls who's living their life. That's what they supposed to do. Keep them a job, baby. Give some claps up for them motherfuckers that sit there and their job is to discredit young women, young queens now on the internet because they are miserable motherfuckers. Just throw some claps up. Go the hands across the thing for them because they need it. They got jobs too. So back to my story. This ain't about nothing about Azriel. This ain't about none of that. You can, baby, you can. But what I'm telling you, Queen, this is a whole different level. But you can. You can. This all I'm saying there, right, with everybody. I didn't want to never get on here and show anyone, especially when we got ops and we went through all the things that we've been through together. But when you got somebody playing 50, and what I felt like Larry is playing fucking 50 with these women, his own personal YouTube shit, and my life, it's a fucking problem. See, I didn't green light him to be beside me or with me through this fight for a motherfucker to try to get a certain level to feel like they can cross me, play these games. Because if you're not straight in this shit, When somebody come to your radar with some shit about me, who you talk to 24/7, who do motherfucking absolutely anything you ever asked them to do for you and look out for you in any type of way that you fucking possibly would ever need, and that went on every aspect. Like, dude, don't fucking tell me, get on here with no fucking attitude and play woman games with fucking followers that I'm telling you that is the problem, and yo, you need to straighten them and check them. So you know what you showed me? Our friendship was never nothing. You put our friendship on the line to save some fucking followers or somebody that's running around fucking lying on me or putting out they fucking whatever they want to say out their mouth. Then she had a nerve to bring up Cash Jones. If you don't know what the fuck I had to go through to get my daughter back, don't you ever get on the fucking phone with me, Sam, and mention no fucking Cash Jones, because Cash Jones before all you motherfuckers on here. Y'all don't know shit about it. That was 2017, before I even met Larry. So if you was around then you only on this shit because you followed me on IG. So all that yickety yak or follow Tim and them. So stop fucking running around the internet lying and making y'all own goddamn truth. So we gonna talk about that too. I ain't even gonna get upset with this shit. We just gonna talk about it and ease into it. So now that's first and foremost. I have major love for this guy. Make no mistake. Love him. Look at him like a little brother. The whole nine. Love his family, everything. But when your motherfuckers play games, see, one thing about mine, right? I don't get mad and my family gonna stop communicating, stop doing this, stop, because I don't run there and talk about nobody. What I handle shit, I handle as a man. I don't need with this YouTube squabble shit to interfere with relationships, that real relationship that I thought we had. But evidently I see it didn't. So a whole lot of truth need to come out about maybe some misconstrued shit about Angelo. Because Angelo ain't been nothing but good to motherfuckers on every motherfucking aspect. That's number one, first and foremost. I carry myself in a way that I try to always let people see the greatness that I can do. I don't give a fuck where we start. I try to finish with the greatness, or at least mend the shit that we had fucked up to get it right. I'm not scared to get on here, apologize, say, you know what, I was wrong about this, I was wrong about that. But what I'm not going to do is sit on here and justify somebody telling my goddamn truth. And when I speak up, they going to correct me on my shit. That don't make no sense to me. So Sam going to get Larry, bringing him in the Zoom, trying to fucking tell lies, saying I said that he destroyed my fucking Zoom. If Nova is in here, please, Nova, say something in here. Let me know you in here. Because I think the question came from Nova, and then one came from Keith about the separation and why it was a separation. And then somebody else in the Zoom asked me about it. See, we don't have to hide about it. We don't have to hide nothing about what the fuck was said. I answered questions that was asked of me. I don't need to fucking get in a Zoom with a bunch of women that I never talk to. I never talked to before the Zoom in my life. Like some women I never even spoke to in my life. But then to get on a Zoom and talk about him, what the fuck do y'all think I get out of that? And why would I need to do that? But before this, not y'all, I wasn't even mad at y'all at first. I was mad because he actually believed the shit and didn't bring it to me. See, that's my fucking problem. See, I don't have no problem with telling him when I got on the phone, boy, Nova can't stand your ass. I don't know what the fuck you did to her, but yo, y'all need to fix that. Hey, yo, Peggy didn't like what the fuck you did to her and how she got put in that when she wasn't even on the Zoom. Guess what? He explained I didn't give two fucks about it. Because it's not, I didn't mess the relationship I wasn't in. That's something he had to fix with y'all. But he have a thing that maybe think y'all could tell me something and I just react. What he don't know is how many times y'all text me and say, Angelo, don't get on this. I heard they invited you on it. Please don't get on this. Please don't get on. Don't go live. That's what they don't know. See, nobody want this cesspool of shit but people that have nothing else to do in their life but be a part of bullshit all day long. Now let's go back to Sam. Sam say, why I was mad, why I was calling. I don't have your number, Sam. I didn't talk to you in a long ass time. I shouted you out when you had a situation about your friend, and I gave you sincere condolences and everything with you. But all that other shit, I don't play these games. You telling me about your kid was there. I don't get in front of my children and act no fool. See, that's what I don't do. I didn't do that when I was in the street. So if you did that, I'm not going to apologize for me not knowing your child was there and you in the fucking Zoom. That means you're not prioritizing your fucking life And that's what that means as a mother. Because you shouldn't tell me nothing like that, make me like I'm going to stop what I'm doing because you attacking me. I didn't call you. You called my phone. So don't get on there and think you're going to chastise me, call me a liar, and make a story up that you said all these people. So everybody that was in the Zoom, can you put your goddamn hands up? Can you do something to let them know if you heard me say, Larry was fucking up my Team Truth, or did the question get asked to me and the insight got asked me from their perspective that it looked like he's fucking up this because of what he's doing. And I explained both things, both scenarios in the fucking Zoom. Then I got on a live the next day and explained it again. But I'm damn sure not going to keep explaining myself to a bunch of motherfuckers that want to keep all this bullshit going. Now, I don't know what the fuck y'all talk about in y'all private Zooms because I don't attend them. And like Larry said on his live, he do 100 of them, 100 pages. Guess what I don't do? I don't do that. I don't fucking make money on no goddamn YouTube. I don't feel like I'm obligated to no goddamn body because they gave me any goddamn thing. What I am do, I'm obligated to people that allowed me to come into their life by a misfortune that they had in their life. And on that note, I will always respect them. I will always give them the utmost respect. And I will always treat them way beyond fair because something they opened up to me is something that's so sacred that they probably never told other people. And I was happy to be a part of it. And I don't sit on here and try to bash nobody. Go ahead, but you're not going to call me and forget who I am as a man or as a king and think you're going to chastise me on a goddamn lie. You play them YouTube games with everybody else. Don't come with me. I'm way too intelligent for that shit. And I don't need nothing from you, so I don't have no problem with telling you the truth. I begged Larry that night, and I told him he'll tell you. He can show you goddamn text if he want. Yo, get Sam and get her in her place, yo. She out of order. Every channel she go on, it's always drama. She looking for the drama part. She want to be the one to speak out. She want to be the one to go at people. But then when somebody attack her, she mad. Like, what are you doing? You attacking people. You always in the middle. You always looking for the worst fucking part of everything. And then you got something to say. Man, you was on a lie together. You was over talking a lie like you knew more than me. And that's when our problem started. You telling me what the fuck evidently Larry told you, which was a goddamn lie. If, and let me clear this clear because they got hearing problems over there. They just take to, oh, he said that. Yeah, I said this, but let make sure you repeat how I said. If she got this from Larry, then he's a goddamn lie. And let me be the first one. And he can call in. He on here. I promise you he on here. And I just finished texting him. He can get on here at any time after I finish this shit and rectify anything. All that he don't talk to them. I've been in this game a long time. I started this game for us this Team Truth shit. And I'm gonna say this one more time. I started this shit. Let me give you. I did a timeline on my post to let y'all know how far back this go. And y'all can do the fucking math. I don't have to play no games. I don't need to get recognition. It gets me nothing. But evidently, it's a big thing for everybody else. It's a big thing to need to be singled out. I did this. I did that. Then you ain't do it from your fucking heart. Because most of the shit that hit the internet that I do, I did from my goddamn heart. I didn't have to do it. I didn't need to do it. I wasn't obligated to do it. I did it because this was something that was in my heart, my spirit, and things that I'm trying to do better as a man and become. I felt as though this was one of my duties, a part of that. So that's why I needed to do it. And that's how I do things. All this other shit, man, y'all got going on, these games, just playing these dumbass games. I don't get into that, bro. I don't get in this back and forth shit. And when I feel like you ain't straightening a situation that need to be straightened because you can't straighten it. Or maybe they going to come back to you with some other shit. I wasn't wrong. I'm not on a fucking tape talking about you. You can play that game all the fuck you want. You was on a tape talking about whatever way you need to spin it, that's fine. I didn't say nothing. I just had to reevaluate my shit. And my shit wasn't over. And when I'm finished processing and dealing with it, then I'll give you a call or this and that. But till then, nobody dictates me to get online, get on their page, yo, the Beef Squad. Nobody can tell that. I don't know what the fuck kind of people this is on this internet where they have this imaginary relationships with people and people can do what the fuck they want. I don't do what I want to you. Don't do shit like that to me. Period. And that's where I have a problem with a whole lot of shit. And it's like now, All of them not on here to defend themselves. That's fine. But don't get on no motherfucking site or none of this shit trying to give rebuttal or in the fucking private chats that I get y'all fucking screenshots. Just like I was so surprised that Alicia, who fucking go at me every motherfucking minute. I've never had any motherfucking problem with this young lady. I don't know why she have it in her head. She gonna chastise what I say, how I say it, this and that. And y'all want to know why the fuck I say Team Truth can't be a part of this? No, it can't be. Because y'all done lost y'all motherfucking weight. Because all y'all in it for is all this little bullshit right here. And because Larry don't say nothing, it's okay for me. I don't play them type of game. I don't need nobody supporting me with that type of attitude. Because what I do, when people call me and we talk on the phone for 2 hours and 3 hours, just me and them, and I pass them to Sean, or I used to pass them, even involve Larry into them. But see, I see now why it was getting misconstrued and why. Because when certain people get mad, they try to put out shit that they heard or they said, and I don't play that game. And that's why I jumped in last night. Again, I'm going to say this again, reiterate this clearly for people. For Whitney D and Sean, I said, go easy. You're doing it as a queen. You're breaking it down. You're not going at it. But you know what I saw Sam writing the thing? Oh, Sean Poe have been on here bashing her and this and that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Everything ain't about putting somebody down. Can y'all listen to the growth part in this shit? Can you listen to the part that say we are grown-ass adults that's the same goddamn color, that we in a world of shit, a bigger world of shit, not just a case, a bigger world of shit that we need to try to come together as friends, as promoting each other, trying to mend the gap between us blackness, and you can still agree and disagree? But y'all miss that because all you fucking want is the cesspool of shit. That's all you fucking want. And you're mad because I said that. And I said that because you sit there trying to fucking lie on me and said I said something in the Zoom that I fucking didn't say. First and foremost, I would have said it to Larry first, and he could tell you that. And because he don't tell y'all all this is why y'all fucking think that it's okay to go behind and spread all this bullshit behind the scene and jump in people's lives and say what the fuck you want because he won't check you. See, everybody needs checking. Me, Larry, the whole internet, everybody got somebody to check them. And it's not a bad thing to get checked. It's maybe just called you to get you back in order because you might have went a little too far. And people might say, you know what, you need a little checking. And you can accept that. I know I can. But what I won't accept is a motherfucker sitting there trying to lie on me and make the lie their truth. So everybody that was on this live, you can hit my phone, text me. Most of y'all got my number. I just want to know where y'all heard me say that Larry was fucking up Team Truth. Or did I get the question asked to me? See, because he need that clear. Because he evidently believed anything Sam or whoever, or he said Alicia told him. So both of them need to tell the goddamn truth. And then he got the goddamn other dudes that sit there and repeat every goddamn thing that's said with no damn truth in it. Like that's mind-boggling for me. That makes no sense to me. I don't even understand this shit. How did y'all get so caught up in this cesspool from opinion of agree to disagree, or I'm gonna support this person, support that person, to everything is a fucking cesspool of shit. The only thing y'all want to do is bash each other. I want to see who can bash who the worst. I'm gonna bash this person the worst. I'm gonna bash that person the worst. Like, that shit is fucking mind-blowing to me. Like, mind-blowing to me. Y'all sitting there telling me about somebody who I gave my story, or not even my story, some of my experience and my fight to as I met them. But y'all think Larry know more than me about my shit or about my life. That's the crazy part. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all this YouTube crazy? This shit start with me, right here. Me, Tim Savage, his wife, and I didn't have no, because Alice didn't want to be a part of none of this shit. So this is what it was. Us up every night, all night from 2016. When I found out January. Me and Tim and us was talking since 2015, right towards the end. But when it all came out in January, we really started talking. I did not meet Larry till fucking end of 2017. Do you know it was a Cheryl fucking Matt Diane Copeland, some other names I ain't gonna fucking keep reiterating, and then a fucking James Mason, and then a Don Russell, before I even met fucking Larry. So what the fuck are y'all talking about? You know how many times I've been dealing with this shit, how long back and forth, behind the scene, up and back and forward? Then you got fucking lying. That's why motherfuckers, that when they finally get they shine like Dawn. Dawn, you know why Dawn get on here lying? Because Dawn was a liar from the beginning. It wasn't from me. It was from motherfuckers who work with him. Motherfuckers in Chicago told me everything about him. I didn't get that digging up shit on him. They was telling the shit about him. Dude was driving this, driving that. So I'm confused on why the fuck when I say something or I answer anybody question that supports Team Truth or asking about my goddamn daughter, my situation, and how I got my daughter back, how can somebody else answer that? And how can y'all question me about somebody else answering that? Please explain that shit to me, because I don't think not now motherfucker in this whole motherfucking world, but me and my daughter knew when the fuck I was striking to go get her from out that situation and pick her up. I don't think nobody but the young lady that was with her at that time, and not Joy, another young lady, that knew about it. That's it. So I'm going to say this again. Not even goddamn Larry knew when I had my daughter. Not even goddamn Tasha K happened to call, and that's how Tasha K knew. And she didn't, why I didn't go off, because people say, go off on Tasha K. For what? Tasha K was a part of my experience and my ride. Tasha K made her money the way she did. So when she heard Adriel in there, boom, she knew Adriel was there, and she spoke on it. I privately dealt with Tasha K, hit her up, and we talked. See, that's how I do it when I feel somebody that I deal with, somebody that I'm close to. And when I spoke about her on there, I didn't go at her, none of that shit. And I had to feel like at that point I had to separate myself. Separate myself, not nobody else. I had to separate me. Because I didn't want to be attached to all this and all that and all this and all that. That's the problem. So the problem is it's just crazy that it's so many people on here can tell these Angelo stories when you got Angelo right here. Who don't have no problem with talking about his shit right here because it's all out there. But at least let me tell you the truth. I don't have to lie about shit. And the one thing I'm not going to do, as long as y'all ever knew me on this goddamn whole YouTube time that I'm in, IG time that I've been on this fucking internet, I have never gave y'all a sad story about anything in my motherfucking life. I am a man, a fucking king at all times. I don't get on here and give y'all sad stories to make y'all feel sorry for me. I am a fucking man. I get up. I had so many businesses because I will die trying. I had business that made me good money. Some business made me a lot of money. Some business that was easy to sell. Some was easy to shut the door. But see, one thing about me, I'm self-made, been self-made, and will die being self-made. That's what y'all don't understand. I don't get on here and need fucking handouts and make people feel a certain way to me. And I don't like being around nobody who fucking do that. Team Truth wasn't built for that. We was the ones that go at people and understand. And when people started donating, they started donating for whatever reason they wanted to donate. And that's why I never converted to YouTube. Larry converted to YouTube. And did he need to be accommodated? Yes, he running his lecture bill, whatever y'all wanted to do. That's fine. I never speak on that shit. But if it come down to where your cash app and your dignity, I was hoping that he would choose his fucking dignity over knowing how me and his relationship is, over somebody telling him a bunch of bullshit that he won't allow to address, or they won't address, or he don't want to address it. And that's the goddamn problem. So everybody keeps saying, oh, y'all had a problem. We never had no goddamn problem. I love dude like I love one of my own brothers. So we never had no problem. But one thing I do know is, in the motherfucking life could come to any of my brothers and say I said shit without them saying, hold on, oh yeah, and calling me right the fuck up while we all on the goddamn phone. And two things gonna happen. Either I'm gonna say, oh yeah, I said that. Yeah, she ain't lying. Or I'm gonna say, fuck no. Shawty, you went back and said this? Bruh, you better dismiss her right now. And that's the end of that. And I'm getting off the phone. But when you don't do that, that's why shit like the Boski and all this other shit that came out, that's why this shit can be say, how long this shit was going on. See, I have a reason to be how I am. I don't listen to he say, she say. But when it comes to me in this situation right here, this is my life. Rather, I don't never do a YouTube, a live again, get on anybody YouTube. Guess what? This is my real life. This is my daughter's real life. In a few months, we'll be back in the fucking newspaper all over again. I'll have to provide safety again for my goddamn family. I traveled them streets before she was home in New York, in Chicago, alone. Let me say this again, a fucking loan. Nobody gave me shit. Nobody walked beside me but my niggas that was willing to go. My day ones for real, that know me for real. Nobody else was up there and fucking doing that. My cousins in Chicago wanted to get involved. I kept them the fuck out of it because they lived there and I leave. See, so can't nobody tell y'all shit about Angelo's journey through all this shit. But Angelo. And I don't have to lie about it. When Dubowski asked me about a situation that happened on the block, it happened. But what he didn't have was the correct fucking ending to it. Don didn't pull out shit. And Don ain't come up there and run nobody no motherfucking way. He came, pulled up, looked in that bitch, and pulled his big ass face back in that motherfucking car like he should have. And he went on about his fucking business. And it wasn't a white boy. So that shit what he was talking was another lie. It wasn't a white boy. Maybe they may look like he might need a little son, but they wasn't a white boy. More Spanish than white. So if you don't know, ask, bro. I don't have a problem with telling you the truth. I don't have a problem telling you the truth. And Don should have told you that when he seen me face to face, he came over there like the little weak ass dude he was and shook my goddamn hand and apologized to me. And then tried to apologize to my wife for getting her fucking locked up. So don't ever tell me about no fucking Don Russell. That shit crazy. Crazy. And then for us to go through where now we're going to go back past that point. We're going to go past this point. And we're going to get past the Zoom that I had to express about. The Zoom. We all clear on the Zoom that Angelo did not have to say shit behind Larry back about he destroyed Team Truth LLC. He couldn't destroy Team Truth LLC because I wouldn't have set fucking back and let nobody destroy nothing that I'm working my ass off to try to get into every fucking city and people walking around knowing what Team Truth mean when they got on a shirt or hoodie or something like that. Y'all crazy? You think I need YouTubers to spread my message when I talk to him every day? I would have easily called him and like, yo, nah, bro, we can't do it like this. Guess what? Larry should have told y'all he wanted to be on Team Truth website. And I told L, I said, L, I would love you have been on here. You strong. We thought of a lot of things to add into your Team Truth LLC. But the difference was I could not add the YouTube aggressiveness to a fucking sensitive business that takes somebody who has to listen, be secretive, and never repeat the shit that they hear from come out these women's mouth. Because in men, you want somebody that's inviting. Somebody get ready to tell you something personally happened to them for years as a child by somebody they pulled to love all their life. How the fuck do you think you could be on here cussing and fussing and fighting and then take a phone call in the same breath? I'm calling bitches and hoes and I'm, hello? Oh, man, this happened to you? Well, you know your secret's safe. No, it don't work like that, man. It don't work like that. And I explained that to him in his face with us together. And he was like, nah, yo, I want to be in. And I said, yo, I get it, yo, I want you to be in. But, yo, we got to get rid of this part of it first. We got to get rid of this YouTube part of it first. And that's why. Would he would have been on there? Fuck yeah, he would have been on there. He's a very articulate individual when it comes to this shit. I just think that he got lost with fucking with all the wrong people that fucking follow him. And see, I'm not, what I'm telling y'all this ain't the first thing. Larry already got it in text. He can show y'all that. Everything I say to him first. See, that's what real people who love each other or supposed to love each other or have relationship with each other supposed to do. You're supposed to do that with your family, your kids, everybody. Rather they heard or not, you're supposed to tell them the truth. So if it's ever repeated, they know they heard it first from you. Like, I don't play these type of kid games. This shit, woman shit, man. I can respect this more coming from women and women and women. But I don't engage in a whole lot of women shit. I don't engage in that shit. Y'all got me fucked up, man. You know, this shit crazy, man. So that's what I'm sitting here trying to tell you. You know, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So I don't get into all this. And then for the other side, let me just say this. Let me go sidebar. For the other side that this came in, right? Who said shit? Listen, y'all come over here. Your first thing y'all do is put the pervert name up. Y'all say we speak on it. I'm speaking about something that has nothing to do with this fuck shit, piece of shit ass dude that y'all worship. But y'all constantly in this motherfucker saying his name, his name, his name. So when we speak on his name, then y'all mad. Won't y'all grow the fuck up and learn some shit? Y'all stupid as fuck, man. Nobody talking about dude. Fuck off my page. Stupid, man. And that's what I mean about the comprehensive skills that we have as a unit on YouTube. We can't even stay on topic. All we trying to do is straighten our shit out. That's it. Straighten our shit out. Internal shit. But if they hear, of course they gonna come in for it. That's fine. But don't get it twisted when the fuck I say something about my life. I don't need nobody trying to correct me. That don't make sense. Now, if you was there and say, oh, Angelo, that ain't happen like that, it happened like this, then I might say, you know what? You're right. You're right. Damn, it did happen like that. Come on, man. Don't play me like that. I don't do that. I don't do none of that. And this fucking YouTube channel from Team Truth to Team Truth LLC was getting fucking out of order. It was getting confusing because people wanted it confusing. Because one thing I do know, I just watched the thing on the guy Jason, Hollywood Next, Hollywood Unlocked, Jason. He just went on there, right? He just put up two things the day he was dealing with a situation he was arguing. This is a sidebar, something totally different. And dude went and got a business entity now from words that he used. I didn't hear nobody going back at this man, boo, woo, 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 woo. Because you know why? That showed me he has enough intelligent people over there to understand what is a business and what is a YouTube freedom of speech type style organization. That's it. That's it. Supporters. That's it. So when he slapped that paperwork that he went and processed and made it a part of his business entity world, he knew that's a whole nother level. And he can't be, if it's messy, what the business is, then it's messy. That's fine. But if it's not, then he has the right to make whatever disclaimers he want of his business. But evidently, I don't. Because motherfuckers want to tell me about my business more than me. Then, for all that need to know, I never said Larry didn't do shit. From the time I met Larry, Larry was a major part of my information thing that I needed on a whole different level. On a whole different level. See, PIs ain't cheap. So when Larry came, he was a blessing. He was a blessing. So when he was able to provide the unique skills that he provided, man, he was my angel there. He was a piece of the puzzle. And then when he wanted to get more involved and fight, I was like, oh, man, I love that you did this XYZ for me, but bro, I don't want you in this fight. I don't want to see your family go through what my family going through. I don't want to see you on here being shamed or lied on and this and that. And I said this at his kitchen table, his goddamn whole family right there. So I don't have to fucking lie. So some of y'all may need the fucking truth. And I begged him, said, yo, don't do it. You know what he looked at me in the eye? Said, yo, I'm in. I said, bro, you in? I'ma always be right here beside you. And that's it. And from there, that's when we built. That's when he came on. I was already doing my lives. I was already on my goddamn IG. So I'm confused on what y'all thought y'all knew when y'all keep saying Larry started this and evidently he not straightening the shit because I watched 3 of his goddamn YouTubes after that, lives, and he ain't once said straighten it. And not one time do I ever talk bad about Larry. I give him his props on everything he did because I appreciate it. But when it comes to a point where, he is what? What happened? What happened? Hold on. What? See, one thing you can get my attention when the motherfucker telling a lie. You can get my attention. Especially somebody close. Somebody far, I don't really know. I don't give a fuck about them. But somebody close that's in my circle, because I've been lied on. I've had niggas who love me, to love me all their life through the streets and this and that, and they the same ones that sent me to prison. So that love shit, when motherfucking, one thing my mother always told me, when a motherfucker snake bite and he miss, always understand it's a snake. So you could try to give people the benefit of the doubt and you can move on. They can show you, well, okay, that was this some shit that happened. Or they can show you your true self and be like, this is what I like to do. And this is where we at. This is where we at. This is where the fuck we at. I don't run around this motherfucking line. I don't take credit for shit I didn't do. And I don't speak on shit that I do for people. But make no mistake, ain't nobody gonna sit on here and make me like some goddamn clown or some broke down motherfucker that just was crawling around, moping and poping, and here come a hero came and saved me. Motherfucker, I was in the fight knee fucking deep. Financially knee deep. Every motherfucking angle covered knee deep. The fuck is wrong with the people? So for y'all to say, oh, I'm a day one, you couldn't be a day one because your day one had to start with me. So please don't get on here with this dumbass shit. It's starting up. No, let me rephrase that before everybody get this. Your day one had to start with me and Tim Savage and his family. That's who I had to start with. Like all this shit, man, I don't do this shit. But every now and then, man, somebody need a clearing out, man. Somebody need the truth to hit. And we can go deeper. We can play this back forward YouTube game and all this shit. But I promise you, I'm not the one that play them type of game. I'm not the one that's going to keep playing for this entertainment because I don't get shit out of it. I spoke my truth. I speak my truth beside people. I respect people the way they respect me. But when I find out motherfuckers backbiting and stab me in my back over and over and over and over, I don't confront them no any type of way. I call them up and I speak to them. And if shit ain't to my satisfaction, I got to analyze it. I got to evaluate it. And I got to say, well, do I want to get past this? Or maybe this a sign to leave this shit alone. Don't nobody tell me, oh, I don't like him. Or I don't like her. And this, that don't work like that with me. Every situation where somebody was kicked out or moved or removed from Team Truth, I talked to them personally. Majority of them, I'm going to say that, not all of them. Majority of them. After the fact, they didn't come back because I never went against Larry. He was dealing with that shit 24/7. I was only dealing with it maybe 14 hours a day. I was more dealing with the people involved with having my daughter than this YouTube shit. So I was more moving around than sitting on YouTube. I couldn't do that. And that's what I commend him for. But evidently, he didn't hear that the other day on it because I keep hearing these Team Truth shots and these subliminal messages that motherfuckers like throwing. So if this get y'all views, clicks, and fucking commentary, then run with it. I'm glad that I seen the true colors. And if you don't run with it, then I see that maybe I might have been looking a little too deep. Maybe I might have been a little too stern. And maybe I owe somebody an apology in the upcoming weeks, just on some of the surface. But make no mistake, bro, I don't play these fucking games. I don't play these games. I stress that shit to anybody that meet me, that know me, that come in my circle, and people that knew me all my life. I'm not going to play all these dumbass games. I don't do that. I've been a victim of motherfuckers talking about them in the street, behind your back. The same motherfuckers you done facilitated 50, 80 motherfuckers change their life in your lifetime of whatever you was doing. So I know what it feel like. So that's why I don't do it to other people. So for me to feel like now I have reached a certain point in my life and I got people around me that understand this and fuck with me, and then some shit like this happened, yes, it's personal to me. It is fucking personal to me. And that's why I can sit on there and say I have respect for somebody on the other side because they never showed any difference. They are who they are. They speak how they speak, and I can respect that. They getting their bands. They getting their money up. That's what they supposed to do. They already said they don't give a fuck about really their fight. So, okay, they living their life. I'm fine with that. But when you talk about somebody who you allow your family be around, they belong around your family, that's a different type of level shit for me. And I don't appreciate when I got to find out shit and you ain't man enough to straighten some shit that I tell you is a problem. But you man enough to listen to some shit that somebody tell you that don't do nothing but got gossip shit going all over the motherfucking internet off of everybody page. And you can call every goddamn YouTuber and they gonna say that about that individual. And you feel like you picked them over me. Good. Because we're not gonna separate the conversation saying you're not gonna pick them over the ones that's telling me they don't tell me shit. Nova here and Peggy here. They always spoke there, whatever they felt it wasn't right. And they're 9 times out of 10, if it had your name in it, they'll fuck it to you. They'll tell anybody. Angelo be like, well, you know, giving you the benefit of the doubt, telling them they may be looking at it wrong. No, it ain't like that. I'ma talk to them. That's what I do. I don't fucking condone any of that shit. And that's fact. How they feel is how they feel, and that's what I tell them. I can't get into that. How y'all feel, whatever happened with y'all, I can't get into that. And I just leave it like that. Y'all got to mend y'all shit the way y'all mend it. And I go to him and tell him the same goddamn thing. So I'm confused on why people acting like they don't get that part. See, I don't play these games, but it showed me, since you believe them so much and you Sam is so much of your Bible, that's what you got to be giving her some bullshit. You had to be feeding her some bullshit. And I was hoping she was on here to ask whatever question she wanted to ask so she can get her answer. Because she said everybody in the Zoom heard me say this. I know all the people who was in the Zoom, well, at least most of them. And I want to hear somebody say, yeah, Angelo, you said that. That's all I want to hear. Because I know the fuck I ain't said because I wasn't in there initiating the conversation. I was invited in there to answer some fucking questions. And that's what I did. This shit crazy, man. This shit not a game to me, man. People got lost with this shit, man. Lost with this shit. Have I ever said Larry didn't go through shit? His family didn't go through. I was right there for it. The reason why I don't talk to one of the YouTubers is because of the disrespect he said about Larry's daughter and his wife and all that shit that I can't get out my head. See, I understand why you attack me, but to attack somebody else just because that was my problem. Now, they made amends with it. That's fine. I don't be around dudes that just say what the fuck they want any type of way around motherfuckers and speak however they want and think that's cool. I don't. That's not something that I do and something I'm going to promote. So I stay the fuck away. I stay out their lane. Hopefully they stay out my lane. That's it. They can keep getting their money. I understand you got the right to talk about me, my family. That's fine. But I ain't going to let no motherfucker that's close to me sit there and tell no bullshit. I ain't gonna let nobody sit there and be a close motherfucking acquaintance of mine, like damn near a brother of mine, and I gotta go through this shit back and forth 3-4 weeks straight now with some he say, she say shit. What the fuck I look like, man? This shit crazy, man. I don't be on here with none of that. I talk to do. I text him. But see, he got a point to prove to y'all. And y'all got a point to prove to him. So y'all stay loyal. Do whatever the fuck y'all need to do over there. But leave me the fuck out of it. Because I don't play these in-between games. I don't be on no fucking private Zooms talking about none of y'all. I don't have fucking time for that. And it's crazy that y'all think we do. Then people run in the chat, oh yeah, because such and such told Angelo that. And I guarantee you that's who told him to come over here. No, how about me coming in my last chat, Diva the Dawn channel, Larry sent me the fucking link. So in case y'all didn't know that, who fucking sent me the link was Larry. Me and him talked earlier and sent me this link. I wasn't going in there at first. Sean was going to come on there and not to fucking destroy the young lady, Sheena. She went on there to speak her truth because nobody knew her truth but Sean and fucking Sheena. That's it. But that quick, everybody was hyped up for the bullshit. Like, this shit crazy, man. This shit crazy, man. Y'all, this shit baffling to me. It doesn't make sense, man. And we're going to keep going and keep doing this. We got, right now, one of the heaviest points of this whole situation get ready to come up. And this the shit y'all think we're going to be internally battling and then trying to fight ops and do all that. Nah, bro. I don't got time for that shit. I never stop praying for what trolls. Just tag me which ones it is. I pull them out the chat. Because I see it's bothering y'all. Whatever ones, send it to me real quick. So what I'm telling y'all, man, I never stop praying for Tim, his wife, and their situation, because I am a father who know what the fuck they are going through. I know how I feel to be absent of a child in a situation where you some days you don't know if they living or dead. And some days you just know that they living, but you can't say you love them or hug them and all that. I know that. So no matter what me and Tim ever went through, me and Tim stayed in contact. We still text here and there every now and then. If I need Tim to call me, he'll call me, this and that. I never lost. But I think somewhere along the line, somebody lied to them too. And when next time I talk to Tim, I'm going to clear up some shit for him too. Because somewhere somebody got shit wrong and claimed a lot of shit that wasn't their motherfucking story or they goddamn truth. So we can get it all open and out here. You know, so that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with all this shit, man. I don't have time for the in between and none of this shit. Who had this? This is way bigger than fucking YouTube. None of this shit on YouTube amounted to any other different things when after them people got them. Did it help? Maybe some shit helped. But that's it. All that other shit, this shit is bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm just telling y'all, man, in between this shit, it's whatever. They have the right. If they just saying free R. Kelly and all, I don't have no problem with that. That's not a distraction and all the shit. They got a point to feel who they want to support. I don't got nothing to do with that. What I do got something to do with it is when people is considering themselves a part of something that can be big and huge around the world, that can affect people around the world, that has something to do with people's personal space being violated by a predator or pervert in their family. Then we have a problem with that. That's my problem. We can't share somebody's secret and then we on the internet acting like fools because the first thing this person gonna do is go into a shout and say, you know what? I can't, why the fuck I tell them that my story? Now they know what the fuck happened to me and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. I can't do that. That's not what Teen Truth is. And everybody that heard Sean for the first time, she's a very articulate woman. She's dedicated from every core in her body to this shit. She also was a victim, as she explained. And a whole lot of women that's built up Teen Truth has been victims and men. So no, I'm not going to allow a fucking shit show on this and it spill over to Teen Truth LLC. But I didn't have nothing to do with it because I didn't see it. So therefore, I only address shit that needed to be addressed. No, I'm good. Listen, we ain't gonna listen. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This shit here is got way out of hands, probably on both sides. You know, y'all got motherfuckers, we set in tune because we couldn't stand two of the people over there because they come at, I think Larry got valid points of certain shit that he been through, that he has to fight a certain way, and I never got in his way of fighting. And I did the, okay, and I never ever took anything from that. I actually sympathize for him and his family. And anytime I can, I jets out there. Just to show him I'm here. I'm in the fight. He called me up. There's some serious shit like that. I come in. I speak my thing on the situation to the individual who may be doing it. And then I'm gone. Because it's YouTube shit that's gone too far. These motherfuckers at the point, everybody. And I told y'all very beginning, the way this YouTube shit gonna be, somebody gonna get killed. And it should never have to do this for agree and disagree. That makes no sense to me. That probably make no sense to nobody. Nobody. I don't understand anybody that wanna. Hold on, I'm sorry. That anybody that wanna go. Can y'all hear me now? Anybody that go through some shit like this. You know, it's real trauma over here, man. So tell me why sometimes when these women go at people so aggressively, because they've been through the trauma. And this shit is just kicking back off some shit that they feeling. And we don't understand it because we're not victims. But we can have an open ear and a sensitive part of us to say, you know what, let me listen. Let me kind of fall back and let them, you know, say their piece, speak their piece. And that's cool. That's how you do it. But all that other shit, man, we gotta let that shit go. We gotta let that shit go, man. This shit crazy. This shit too much. And your Mika, you know, crazy shout to you that you know she been through a lot. She's one of our major supporters too. I mean, everybody got a fucking story. Everybody got a story. Let me hold it. Yeah. Everybody got a story. No. Everybody got a story, and everybody's story is different. But guess what? It's all the same in the realms of abuse. And when we stop really realizing that, and we taking this shit for granted, this is what happened. We can't take this shit for granted no more. We gotta stop taking everything on this internet for granted, because guess what? That individual that did it, he gotta answer for his own shit. The young ladies that been through it, they gotta live with that shit, man. They gotta live with it. But guess what? Outside of them, it's women way before them that been victimized. It's women way before all this shit that been sitting in a corner with no voice, trying to understand as grown women. How in the fuck did they parents didn't speak up for them, didn't fight for them, didn't do this for them? And now they felt a YouTuber or a family on YouTube that sat there and put together something that opened up a door where it was open for communication, where you can go there and deal with other people that been through the same shit. And people can be sincere about your shit. Like, come on now, like this shit going on, man, this shit don't make no sense, bruh. And then where I would never thought this would happen internally with me, because we open and talk about everything. So how in the fuck do I got one of my motherfucking right hands behind my back going for any motherfucking thing that come across his head? I mean, his ear. Make that make sense. Well, we ain't really talking about that. And I think you got some daughters, man, some real tough looking daughters that you need to worry about, DJ. I really think that that's more what you need to be worrying about. My daughter job is in the entertainment field, and she probably make a lot more money than probably you and your kids put together. I can guarantee you that one. So when you get on here and you say out of line things because you think you can say it with that trashy ass little background you got from being a fuck boy in the street, nigga, that ain't gangster in my book. That might have scared other people. That shit showed me you was a fuck boy. You was the type of nigga that I had pay you less, a bare minimum, to do some dumbass shit because I don't value your dumb ass. So when you come over here, bro, speak on my daughter, understand that she make more than you and your fucking kids together. Understand that one. So you should have just stayed in the background and shut the fuck up. So now back to this. You know, back on a real topic. That's what I mean about ignorant motherfuckers. He got his own fight over there. I ain't over there interfering with they fight, but niggas can't help theyself. This how they eat. This how he need money. And I get it. I get it. But don't come over here saying shit about my kids when you got strong looking kids, girls and boys. You have to stay in your fucking lane. You know, it's all good though. You know, that's the problem where people hear some shit about somebody and they think that's monstrous. That shit ain't monstrous. It's far from monstrous. It's monstrous. He was a fuck boy. So anyway, let's get back with this. And, you know, we go back to, you know, all this shit. You know, this the dumb shit. Listen, bro, I wasn't going to delete you, but I'm going to delete you because you say I'm clout chasing. Nigga, look at your videos, you stupid fuck. Every video got my name in it with your shit. You lucky I ain't shut your shit down. I've really been nice to you, letting your ass eat because you was homeless. But don't keep playing with me because I got good lawyers that don't got shit to do but shut down motherfucking YouTube channel. Think you better ask about that. I let you ride with that shit with my name all in your shit. So, nigga, I don't play them game. Fuck, nigga. So get off my page with that dumbass shit talking about I'm chasing clout, but you got my name on your YouTube channel. Make it make sense. Get the fuck off my page, stupid ass. That's what I mean, uneducated dumb motherfucker. Now he'll go back, he'll take that commentary and use that the best way he need. You know, I get it, but don't get on here and say stupid shit, man. You got a lot of people that support you on the other side. They're not saying ignorant shit. They speaking their piece. They like what they like. You know, come on, Red, straight at my daughter. Like, what grown ass 50-something-year-old man get on here and talk about my daughter? Talk about your strong face looking kids. You need to worry about your goddamn daughters. That's what you better worry about. Now, back on this. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is how I get because this is a real sensitive shit and it ain't had nothing to do with my daughter nor R. Kelly. So why the fuck is it I'm having over here back in these same conversations every time? Because motherfuckers come over here, this all they know. This is all they know. You can't get on here and say, well, you know what, yo, I kind of disagree. I had somebody that was abused and challenged some of the shit we talking about. But they can't, man. They got to go back to the same thing. That shit crazy to me. Crazy. Makes no sense. That's crazy, man. Then they say dumb shit. So back to this, man. I ain't even want to make this shit long. I don't even know what else I gotta address with this shit. But what I'm telling y'all, man, I don't have no problem with all this straightening something or telling my truth. But if you want the truth, ask me. I done probably talked to everybody on here, probably on both sides, some way, frame or fashion. If they called or DM me, I talk back to them till they start talking crazy. I don't duck anything because guess what? You may be on the other side, but you may needed to know something that nobody else knew. And that you needed to know to make a decision. Say, oh, well, damn, yo, ain't a fucked up dude. Maybe that was a lie. Okay, let me ask him. And then you ask me. And that's it. That's how I go. I move on. You know, sorry, I keep getting phone call. But that's all I'm telling y'all. Like right now, man, this shit crazy. You know, it's crazy. That's all. No, bro, big homie, let me explain something to you. I don't do no crew, bro. I'm not into no crew. None of that shit that y'all conspiracy y'all got. I'm me. I'm not in no crew. When I don't deal with somebody I don't deal with, I don't give a fuck where they from. They could be my next door neighbor. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So, I don't do that, bro. I don't play the 50. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I don't care where you're from. So let's understand that about me, bro. I don't play the in-between. I don't need a connection. I don't need to be validated, and I don't need no crew. So I'm not, listen, man, y'all in the chat beefing with each other over nothing. That don't make no sense. That's crazy, man. That's what I mean. Like, this is where I say shit too far. You know, L was on here, strong speak about whatever he felt that he brought him in this fight. It wasn't just me. It was the passion of a daughter that he had the same age that he was connected to. The way it's most of these people on this internet are. But in the midst of all this, man, being connected to somebody, we also need to also stay grounded to who we are. We need to stay grounded to who we are. We losing it on here, man, looking like goddamn fools. You know, I'm just not into that, man. So I just wanted to address this shit And now I will allow some couple people to ask some questions that they need to know that was internal. All this other shit, I don't care nothing about. I don't care how many motherfucking YouTubers got my name. I don't really give a fuck about none of that. I let that shit go. I don't address it. None of that shit. It's cool. They got to live. They got to do what they got to do. But when it comes from internal, it hurts. It hurts. And that's all I'm going to say with that, man. I'm done with all this back and forward shit. So I'm just telling y'all, man, I never asked for, I'm going to say this one more time for all the ones that didn't hear it the first time. I never asked anyone to not use Team Truth that felt as though they stood from day one and fought for Team Truth. Every channel you get on, what I'm telling you is, when you talk about Team Truth and Team Truth LLC, stop confusing it like y'all don't know the fucking difference. You can go to the website and see the goddamn difference. It says nothing in there about what's going on in YouTube. So I'm confused on how so many grown reading motherfuckers on our end, on our side, can keep confusing what the fuck it means. It makes no sense to me. Makes no sense at all to me. So that's all I'm asking somebody. You know, make it make sense. Man, if I'm on a YouTube channel, I'm getting bombed and they going back, I understand it because I get it now. Because my own motherfucking side was sitting there sending motherfucking subliminal messages for me to get tore up while I'm asleep and wake up and have to fight and all this shit. When it's happening internal, that's why so much shit be on the internet and false narratives be going a certain type of way. Because we had the same problem as everybody else had. Motherfuckers want more gossip and more confusion and more goddamn anger and threats and want to kill each other than you want the truth. And I feel you on that. And I definitely feel you on that. And that's the sad part, Nova. And I do, on my end, apologize because for some reason, they have us like, man, you've been on the phone talking for months and months and months. And ain't none of that true. They feel like if you and Peggy call me and say anything, it's oh, Angelo, this react. Like, I don't understand that. We talk about a lot more things than this shit. And we just recently start talking. So I'm confused on what people don't understand about this shit. And when I say something, somebody looking at me sideways like I gotta lie. I don't have to fucking lie to nobody about shit. It makes no sense. It's just crazy. I respect everybody on here. I respect Larry. I respect everybody that on here. I respect Sam and Alicia. I just think that some point on this fucking YouTube, everybody lost themselves. That's it. I could be completely wrong. But I'm damn sure ain't having nobody sit on no goddamn phone and tell me some shit they said I said and it was a goddamn lie. That's what I'm not going to do. And I'm not going to fuck with be in somebody's face or on the phone with somebody who sit there and listen and let them egg them on to make it like it could have been the truth. If he didn't straighten it, that showed the length of our relationship and friendship. That's it. That's it. Shit crazy, man. So, you know, Nova and Peggy, I don't know what y'all went through. I wasn't there. I don't know how y'all so much disagreement with L and where it turned left. And I spoke this to y'all in Zooms, on phone personally, and everything. And I never got in it. And I always took Larry's side or gave him the benefit of the doubt with y'all or try to get y'all to look at it in a different perspective. So for that, this is the truth. There ain't no fake or fiction. So he got to deal with that. And I told him this over and over. So all that shit, everything, I don't do this behind your back biting shit. So for it to happen to me is fucked up. It's fucked up, and it just let me know, because I'm prepared for about anything. So it don't surprise me. It don't surprise me, and that's why I don't trust no one. I don't trust nobody. I'm just being straight up. I trust no motherfucking body. I keep my eye on everybody, because you never know who the fuck it is, the person that's faking you out, until they bite. And when they bite, at least it don't have to be a hard bite. You could kind of already expect it, and it could be a snag. All you got to do is sit patiently and wait. Let people show their true colors. And I'm not saying, speaking on one person, I'm not speaking just on Larry. I mean worldwide in general. Me and Larry got issues. That's what we got. Me and him got issues. We may start talking. We may not. I don't know. It's a lot of shit that need to be cleared up, that need to be straightened. And long as Sam has a lot to do with it and a lot to say, when she sat on the phone with me today and tried to tell me what the fuck I said, and that was a goddamn lie, I'm done. And once he showed me that's the side you chose with, that ain't Team Truth. And that's when I'll get in and I'll explain that's not Team Truth, period. Always, Queen. Thank you. So on that, Nova, we ain't gonna make this all about y'all. And I'm sorry I had to put certain names out there, but I just don't do this backbiting shit. I'm not gonna sit on here and do subliminals when it's internal. If it's internal, I think we should speak goddamn names, because it shouldn't even happen in the first place. Because nobody's gonna sit there and go on there and say, oh, I'm going over there and I'm gonna do this to Larry. The first thing I said, nah, no you ain't. Let that shit go. Look, it ain't worth it. Blah, 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 blah. That's it. I called Larry up there. What's the problem between you and that person? Man, you need to fix that shit, man. See, I don't have to lie about my shit, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of every goddamn night I'm in the middle of something and some other messy ass shit come up from some messy ass person. Y'all ain't trying to get justice for the victim, and you ain't trying to get motherfucking justice, I guess, for y'all supporting the pervert. So what the fuck is we in the middle of? We might well stop using anybody's name and just go at each other, because that's all the fuck this internet shit is. Because if it's about justice, it's about that, and then speak like that. It ain't about all this other shit, man. Who not participating? Who is participating? Who may be this person? Who? Man, get out of here. Y'all all adults. Everybody can speak their fucking mind. Y'all can either tell the truth, don't like it, disagree, or let it fly. That's it. But Larry not too far away. I'm quite sure you could text Larry, call him, speak your truth, have it out, deal with it, whatever, and that's fine. And that's what I tried to do. But when it get to this fucking point right here, where now you choose somebody over me, and then they think they that motherfucking bold in their life or whatever they got going on, to call a motherfucker up and cuss and fuss and talk, man, that's crazy to me. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. I can't say who lied, who didn't lie, what was told, because I wasn't in these personal groups and none of that, and that's why I always defend him. And everybody on there that ever knew me, the first thing y'all say, oh, it's a lot you don't know, Angelo. That's something I want to ask you. I say, ask me. I don't have to fucking get on here and lie. I ain't gonna misrepresent nobody on here, because I know how deadly this shit got. I know how bad this shit got. I know how many people on this motherfucking internet didn't even pay attention, don't even take this shit of the Capitol being stormed and taken over here in the United States. That we have a race war starting, that people not paying attention because we so engaged in this dumbass shit and already at war wanting to kill each other on this. This don't even make sense to me. Like, it ain't even a timeout. Like, hold on, let's take a timeout, yo. We need to focus on this. None of this shit. None of this shit. Like, you got to evaluate yourself. Like, when the fuck do this be consumed more importantly than what can happen when you go out this fucking door? When you go to the store, when you driving down the street, or maybe in the whole city. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, we got to focus, man. We got to get back to strength, man, understanding what it is and looking at the world differently. We're not going at the one person or because they have pedophilia tendency or behavior and pervert behavior. We're not going at one person. This is a Teen Truth is for every motherfucker. I just posted about a goddamn Baltimore City police or Baltimore County police that just got 50 years for having sex with his granddaughter. Like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? We don't discriminate. Sick is sick. Sick is sick. And on this, we don't have posts. We don't have a guilty verdict. But we all sitting there and we going to play our part. Everybody got to sit there, relax, and wait. My daughter got a decision to make, and so do any other of the victims. And they chose to stand up and tell their fucking truth. And that was it. That's it, and that's all. That's why she don't entertain this shit. It's her truth. One thing about it, your king ain't denied. He ain't send no motherfucking thing out there to his fans saying, they all lying. I'm telling y'all I ain't do this. He ain't saying shit. And he gonna get his chance to face each one of them young ladies and look them in the eyes. And that's when everybody know. All that other shit, I don't get into that, man. I don't get into that. And it just ain't worth it. When I'm telling y'all all the names and all that, I just wanted to get on here to clarify a few things and let it be on. I got some stuff that I'm in the middle of doing, and that's what I want to tend back. But I appreciate everybody coming to the live. I hope that this don't get taken out of place and ran all through the wrong way. And I hope that anybody that need to hear this again, listen clearly to what I said. And not fucking call me and be saying, well, you said this, and you made this is why Larry took it this way, or Sam took it this way, or this. But no, we're not going to play that fucking game. I talks to Larry. Larry feel like is anything you can get right here and call me. But going on fucking live after live and throwing subliminals and acting like you don't know the separation of it, and you was a major part of all the shit. It's a problem. And that's where the division came in, and this is why these women are so fucking confused. Nobody tell no motherfucking story about my life but me. I mean, I can't agree with that. I think Larry did a tremendous job on everything that he was doing because his fight was pure and it was from the heart. You know, it's just he got lost. He got lost, I don't want to say in the fight. He got lost in some of the people that was following us, some of the supporters that been supporting us, some of the people that Polder came on as close relatives, close friends to the Teen Truth YouTube brand. That was it. That was it. And that's where I think he got, he got a little lost. And that's what I spoke on. And we'll deal with whatever we got to deal with. It probably won't be on here. We'll deal with it. It's fine. It has nothing to do with y'all. But one thing about it is, I just wanted everybody to know is anything that I have to deal with, I deal with off the internet 90% of the time. And then this one just had to be addressed because there's so many missing hit people that support Teen Truth and Teen Truth LLC that I had to do it this way so to get everybody attention and get everybody to record and screen record, whatever the fuck they need, so that they could play back and say, well, Angelo didn't say this. Oh, this is how he said it, because I don't understand how the fuck I've been saying everything clear as I'm talking, and the next thing I know tomorrow, I get a phone call and say, yo, you said this about or you said this that way about that person. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? I talked directly straight to what I said, and that's what I meant. And that's it. What's up, fam? So, it is what it is, man. Yay, Black. Hit me up later on. So, it just don't make no sense, man. I just feel like, on this shit here, this one supposed to be nothing equivalent to street shit. But here it is, we on here, and this shit more savage than being in the street right now. Like, this makes no sense to me. You got women that they going nuts. The men playing both sides. Like, I ain't never understood this shit, man. And I'm not gonna bow down and be a part of that shit. Exactly. And the difference is a lot of people, I'm going to say this one more time, a lot of people on this support side of Team Truth have been victims. So I'm telling you, it was an honor for y'all to pick me and allow me to hear y'all truth, man, hear y'all stories. And I never judged, I never did anything. You know, I sat back and I played my part, man, because I want people to survive. I want people to do good. I want people to do great. I don't count people money. I don't count people money. I don't bash people for getting money. I want everybody to do great. I was blessed a long time in my life, so getting it is easy. You know, it's not that hard, man. I'm you know, people, we kings, man. We gotta be breadwinners. We have to go out and get it, man. But our queens right now stepping up. They breadwinners. They breadwinners, but that don't mean we sit there and sit beside them. We help them and they help us. We get back right. Like, yo, we gotta get balanced, bro. And this YouTube shit is crazy. This could be a powerful message, but instead it's back and forth with bullshit. That's the crazy shit I don't understand. So on that note, I'm overexerting myself because I said I wasn't going to be on here this long. And I don't want y'all to take this the wrong way about what me and Larry got going on. It's between me and Larry. Not me, Larry, and Sam. Not me, Larry, and Alicia. Not none of that shit. What me and him got going on is me and him. Me and him got to deal with this because he know what I'm feeling and how I'm feeling. And now he understand why I feel like I feel. So he has to straighten this or not straighten. But I don't need YouTube to feel like, oh, they not together, this and that. We always together. If I call, he's going to pick up the phone. If he called me, I'm going to pick up the phone. So it is what it is. It's internal. And we either do some internal fixing or we leave it be. That's it. That's it. So I thank all y'all for always coming out supporting. I got major love for y'all at all times. You know, it never been nothing but love. I appreciate everybody that understand the difference why Team Truth had to be more come out of the background and kind of give everybody an understanding of the difference, because that's real life changing stories over there, man. Over there is real life drama, man, and trauma to people, man. And I couldn't even begin to tell people the type of trauma stories that I've heard and witnessed and seen, and people show me in black and white all their truth, man. It's sick, man. It's sick. So if y'all got energy to fight and always be negative and want to mess and all that, won't y'all do research and help some of these women find different things in their life, man, and comfort zones in their life that they can start rebuilding their life. Try doing that instead of adding confusion and fighting and fire to motherfuckers you don't even know on the internet off assumptions, bad assumptions, bad assumptions. Because all y'all did was saying some shit about this young girl, Nova. I don't know what y'all went through before me, but I'm talking about when around me and Peggy and all this, y'all goddamn lie. Y'all ain't do nothing but spread lies around the internet and through Team Truth, period. Fucking lies. And for Sam, please, whoever was in that Zoom, text Sam and let her know she was a liar for calling me up trying to say that I said that. Fucking liar. Period. So on that note, peace. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy y'all weekend. I want everybody to know, man, to be safe. Pay attention to this news. Pay attention to real news about what's going on with these situations, because I'm telling you, I don't think 2021 will be as nice as we think. I think that we on a break of a bad war, race war within the United States. And when I say race war, not just black and white, because we got a lot of white people now, white brothers and sisters that have understood the history and have sided with us. So we got a war coming, man. A race war is this what it's called. But man, we got to be prepared. We got to be paying attention to the real shit out here, man. Anybody that's interracial, guess what? Y'all considered black. Simple as that. It's no in between. You know, so that's what we got to be more focused on. This shit here gonna happen. It's got a date. So we gonna see this. But
this war that's going on right beyond in front of us, this shit don't have a date and it don't have a warning. So I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better stop paying attention to this fucking YouTube shit all day, and y'all better start paying attention to how to get your fucking gun license, how to fucking protect your house, start learning how to have escape routes if some shit happen, all types of shit. That's what I'm telling y'all. Protect yourself. And on that note, Team Truth LLC, major love to everybody on the internet, and enemies and all. Because I fear nobody but Allah. And on that note, man, I pray that everybody find their inner peace and start focusing on their own family. And take some time off this shit to just relax. Take some time off this shit to get away from this shit. Leave your phone. Delete that shit for a week. That way it ain't even on your phone. You can't even get notifications at least for a week. Take a week off for yourself. And you're going to see some of the shit that you may think you don't neglect. You see how much you did neglect. We all did it. We all victims of it. And that's all I'm saying. On that peace. Major love, and may y'all be safe. Peace.